Hello my dear friends, you're in the Military Update channel. In this video we're going to discuss the most important events that took place during the previous day. During the previous night, the Russians conducted massive missile strike all over the entire territory of Ukraine. And mainly the Russians were trying to hit and destroy or to damage the Ukrainian power plants. On this video for example we can see the results of Russian strike on the Ukrainian Kharkiv power plant number 5. A significant damage the Russians managed to deal to the power plant that located in the area by the name of Zaporozhye. So this is not a power plant, this is not just a power plant, this is the dam as you can see. The Russians haven't destroyed or damaged the dam. Mainly the Russians were trying to hit and to destroy engineering facilities, engineering constructions that Ukrainians were using to operate and to run this power plant. And according to sources on the ground, this power plant left the chat, as people usually say. And on the western part of Ukraine, according to informations that was already published, the Russians attacked the Lab Vision power plants. So this is it. So if we zoom in we're going to see the power plant itself and some buildings and so on. And according to information we have the Ukrainians started turning off electricity with the purpose to maintain and to fix and to repair the damage Russians managed to deal. I'll remind you that just yesterday the Russians conducted another, let's say massive missile strike. But the previous day the Russians mainly were attacking Kiev, and this video we can see the results of Russian strikes. So this is the second day in a row when the Russians are attacking Ukraine, and this is very important. As you can see the Russians are attacking Ukraine, and yesterday the Russians were attacking Kiev. Today the Russians were attacking the energy facilities. What kind of conclusion we can make based on those attacks? First of all we see the Ukrainians has no air defense at all, at least in the vicinity of Kiev and around power plants. But if you tell the truth the Ukrainians do have air defense, but currently the main Ukraine air defense forces are concentrated along the line of combat contact in the Zaporizhian, Donetsk, Kupiansk, Lyman directions. And as we discussed in the previous videos the Ukrainians let's say have redeployed their air defense forces from Kiev as we can see to the line of combat contact. The Ukrainians have redeployed their air defense forces from the Porogdian to the line of combat contact. The Ukrainians have redeployed their air defense forces from Kharkiv area to the line of combat contact with one purpose. The Ukrainians do have intelligence information that the Russians are about to start the spring greatest Russian offensive operation. And this is the reason why the Russians were attacking let's say Kiev during the previous day and why the Russians were attacking the power plants during this night. And the main reason is to force the Ukrainians to move air defense forces back to energy facilities to capital of Ukraine. But this action will let's say clear the sky for the Russians.